hello friends, and welcome. Thank you for joining. Welcome to another Prefect 99 live stream, where we zip in Concorde around bits of the world. We are currently where we are left off last night. Not quite exactly where we were. That's just a little bit of a beep from tower, but I haven't started setting up yet. So welcome. Thanks for joining if you are. Please say hi in chat. I think I got a subscriber yesterday. I didn't get a notification, so thanks if you did. If you do like them, give them a thumbs up, and if you want to see some more, it's not just Concorde I do, Zebo and a few other things as well. Please hit subscribe and hit the bell, get notified. Apologies for the lack of notice, but I went out for lunch, got home earlier, and might as well finish this little trip off. And replying via text. Tower is online, which is good. And I think OBS all set up, we are good to go. So here we are in beautiful Barbados. See all the ground vehicles. Good. The special vehicles for the rear, the projecting, I mean they must have cost a fortune, mustn't they? To load the galleys at the back there to get over the wing, because of course they couldn't just have a normal one. A couple of fuel trucks. I think you can see the fuel ports, there they are. Over this side you can see there's the baggage door and there's the front cargo hold. Don't think there's a cargo hold, I think it's just in the tail, which also helps with the CG. I haven't loaded any fuel and I haven't loaded any packs yet, so let's see how we go with that. So, let's jump into the cockpit, start setting the airplane up. Payload manager, now I think, according to my flight plan, we have got 75 packs. Not sure why so low. And we've got 25 baggage in kilos. Okay, well 150. Let's imagine somebody had a little bit of excess. That should give us 85, 85. No, and I'm still getting 87,215. So maybe the pack's weight is a little bit light. I'm getting 7425. The payload, and I'm sure I'm unsure. Tell you what, I can work this out from the fuel and everything else. So, got 0 fuel weight, 87215. Okay, no, maybe I can't. Because it doesn't list the operating empty weight. Just looking on the flight. I also got max landing weight, max takeoff weight. No, so gives us 1828. 42. Oh, we are going to change the fuel, of course. Anyway, let's just suck that up and hope for the best. Fuel manager. Now, we need 56382. So, I'm just going to add these on here. Oh no. Subtract, don't I? Okay, that's about as close as we're going to get. 1640. Let's have a look. 343. So the ranges are pretty accurate. They're not too bad. I don't particularly like this method. It's not terrible, but I would prefer to just put in the total fuel rather than all of this, because it doesn't, in my mind, it doesn't help with the actual plan. Anyway, I think that's done. Current gross weight 1422. Expecting 42097. Yeah, alright, that's pretty close. I'll take that. Doors and ground, center of gravity. What else we've got? GPU available. Cool. So, safety checks. I don't think there's anything to worry about on those, as it is only the sim. I think they're all as we'd expect, so we can run straight onto the Primley cockpit. Tech log, nothing to check there. Ground power, okay, well there's nothing to check for the ground power, but the battery's on. Cooling bay panel is, yeah. Gonna leave the standby off. No, I'll put the standby on, whatever. No. Seems a bit strange. Oxygen panel, of course, you'd check. Drain mast heaters. Do they have a check? Let's have a look. Test all the probes and everything. Check those. Don't think so. I would say that actually the emergency tank should be put to arm at that point. INS, air data computers, emergency equipment, all done. I don't like the flow of that check, so I'm just going to ignore. Let's get the INSs on standby. Those off. Get Seaver on standby. Put the position in a minute. Tower wanted to have a check. And we can do that, it's 1187. If you are watching, please do say hi. Tower, good afternoon. Speedboat Concorde 613, radio check.
Speedbird 613, Adams Tower, good afternoon. Readability 5.
Readability 5 also, thanks very much. Speedboat Concorde 613. Excellent. He wanted a radio check, so we've done it, and he doesn't sound like he's local, but whatever. It looks like somebody's watching. Said thanks. Could say that on the radio, but it doesn't bother me. I think he's got one inbound and us outbound. Get back on. Yeah, we'll get the ATIS in a moment. So, let's get the lights sorted out. Don't need those. Don't need those. Do need those. And those. Did we need those? Sure. Can. Get the glare up. Enter up. Don't need the flood. Go. And we can get the panel lights, instrument, panel. Don't need the floods on. We don't need. So, let's get the INS aligning. Now, I have a strange feeling that it shouldn't align if you don't put the position in, but this does. So, let's get this one sorted out first. I think, have a look, see where we are. Spot 12, okay. I'm not sure that's accurate, but we'll go with it. So 12, go for the position we are in. We are in north, 13048. west 059292, so 59292. Enter. Done. So it's been put in, and we can pop to. I'm going to do it this way round, just to make sure it works. Fine. That's going to take a few moments. We'll get waypoints ready for later. Takes me. So we've checked the throttles. And we've done. So CPs we will have checked, cockpit prep done, oxygen of course everyone's going to check. DVs shut. Controls. I'm going to get there with these. It's not that one, it's that one either. The control inverters on. Augmentation system is all of the anti-stall on, so that's those two up and along, down. Rad INS, we are going to use INS, but we're going to rad initially. Instrument transfers all left. Altimeters 1013. It's 2992. That gives us an airport elevation of 170. A bit high, but whatever. Close enough. Audio panel we have checked. Don't need anything on 2, but we can listen to it. And we could of course monitor the ATIS, but there's no ATIS at the moment. Panel nav radios. There are actually no nav 8s to set for departure here. So I think we can go off the VOR. Which is 1127. But we are going to be using the nav. See where that is in relation to the airport. It's not actually marked on the chart, so it might be just around the corner. Oh, the VOR is just on the airfield. 091 is our departure heading. 09 is in use. And of course we want 091 on there, so it's a little bit quicker to do it that way. Yeah, even though we're not tuning up. Pull heading on there ready. 250 set. Not sure where our initial is going to be, so let's set something like 6,000. See what we get given. There's no SIDS for the airport, so straight ahead and off en route. Brakes checked. Have lights, yes, they should be on. Masters. All checked and set to main. Ground hydraulics is over here. Oh, actually, hang on a minute. Ground hydraulics, yellow, yellow. It's fine. Fuel heaters. B pumps. There are the fuel heaters. Just running through my notes. Standby inlet valves, got the engineering panel. Definitely have ground on. Did the equipment bay. Tell you what was there. Oh no, it isn't the checker, it's not the switch. Done the INS. Didn't have lights, did everything else. So we're definitely over here. Fuel heaters, there they are. On. Duh. So over there, along here. Engine circ of shut, 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 shut. They all are. Secondary air doors we are going to be taking off with reheat. So batteries, well, we know they're already on. INS, we're going to have to put all the cords in. And we've got, because I've got the star in as well, I have to roll through that as well. So let's do that while I think about it. So position 1, we are going direct to 1660 north. So position 1 is north, 16, 16, 0, 0, 0, west, 60, 0, 6, 0. Point 2 is north 18, 0, 0, 0, and west 61. Oops. Let's try that again. North 18. Go, I hit insert that time. West 0, 6, 1, 2, 3. 3 is that waypoint is AMTTO. Then we're going to OBIKE, which is 1, 2, 0, 5, and then west is 6, 1, 4, 6, 0, 0, 6, 1, 4, 6, 0. 4 is north 2, 1. This is KINCH 3, 7, 3. No, that's gone wrong. 2, 1, 3, 7, 3. 2, 1, 3, 7, 3. West 6, 7, 1, 6, 7. 5 is 2, 2, 4, 4, 7. West 6, 5, 1. 6 is north 2, 4, 0, 0. And west 7, 3, 0, 0, 0. I'm going to try, let's try the keyboard entry. There we go, K, that'll do. So now we go north 2, 4, 2, 5, 0, that's better, isn't it? Enter. 4 for west. 7, 4, 3, 3, no. I think maybe can't do that. Waypoint 8 is north 2, 4, 3, 4, west 7, 5, 0, 0, and waypoint 9 is 2, 4, 6, west 7, 6, 5, 2, 4. That's our first section of waypoints done. Now we've got another 9 to do for when we arrive, so we should be able to do direct to those places should we need to. Of course we're going to have to add those, enter those as we go along. How are we doing system wise? I didn't check that. Interesting. That nothing is showing on there. We should have checked that. I think we're ready. So let's go to nav, that'll do. Name on here. So, haven't done any DME checks, but we've done the nav, the loading, ASI bugs and pitch index. So we are effectively ready to go. So I've reset those bugs. 13.6 should be. About there. 250 is our departure for noise. Not that we really have noise here because again it's over the sea. Fuel flow plugs, I'm not going to set. Is that given on here? Fuel flow. So it's given us 20.1. Why don't I set those? Might be something worth looking at. 20.1. 19.7 on engine 4. So you can set those, it turns out. Clock, can't do anything with the clock. Fuel flow, throttle lever indices, just set on those. Fix set, zero fuel's done, load them, it's done, take off data. So we'll get the start clearance in a moment. We check the door lights, but sadly the door lights are not modelled even though all the doors are open. Do the master warning test now. Throttles idle, and then it's pumps, and then clearance to start from the ground. So let's get the aeroplane secured. We've done the payload, we've done the fuel. Air and the GPU on. Fuel truck, get rid of the conveyors, get rid of the catering, get rid of the door, get rid of the stairs. Look outside. Go just those left. And I think that's no time to close, so we could expect to get backtrack. So we'll push back somewhere like that. Pre-plan that now. Actually, that's not, just in case it gives us something weird. Okay, so let's just get the updated METAR. at 12, light rain, vicinity showers, CBs. It's 1,000, broken at 1,200, broken at 3,200, 24, 23, 1013. Recent thunderstorms, which yes, we have been hearing, so we are effectively, oh, there's another one. Good to go. Adams Tower, Speedbird, Concorde, 61, stand 12, QNH 1013, information hour, request engine start.
Speedbird 613, engine start approved, QNH 1013.
Engine start approved, QNH 1013, Speedbird, Concorde 613. So we are good to start the engines. Start clearance has been obtained. Throttles are at idle. Feed pumps are here, they're all going on. One day I'll be able to do this without the checklist. Clearance to start from ground obtained.
All stations information, Bravo is now active.
Bravo it is, even though there's no ATIS. Whatever. So, bleed air source we do have, cross bleed 3 and 4 on, 2 on. Don't get that. Is that really from the checklist? Engine bleed air. So, is this a case of putting them all? This is what is unclear to me. Do you just put them on? Do you put them all on? Do you open by one? I think you can open them by one. The debo, I think we can normal. Start valve. Open. Engine is starting to light. I'm gonna wait. 4. 21. Okay, maybe that was a bit early. Oh no, my bad, it was 12% and then P goes on. Spraxia there. So the shutdown handled light did come on. So what the guys outside must have they would have definitely have had to have air defenders, wouldn't they? Ah, 2.5 on elevons. Minus. That's a bit of a long way, isn't it? Anyway, that looks like a successful engine start. Finished with ground air. It's a rubbish. This is a bad checklist. So, no. Aircraft. Ground air can go off. So the condition valve is on. Hydraulic pump over here. 3 goes on. Generator goes on. Engine bleed air valve goes off. Cross bleed is shut. So we're going to start number 2. So bleed air valve open. Start valve goes open. Lights on. 12%. Fuel on.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving
Should have
up.
done that earlier. So we're Hopefully he'll connect by the time we start the engine up, save wasting a bit of fuel. Somebody's watching, so say hi guys. Give it a thumbs up if you're enjoying it so far. Still need some practice with the checks, but I promise I'll get you there. Seven, okay, 203.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Anyway, that's a stable engine. So, 67 checked, ground air we've done, condition valve comes on, hydraulic pumps for engine 2 come on, electric generator comes on, engine bleed air valve goes off. We're effectively now good to push. Hello, Entity. Thanks, good to see you, mate. Tower Speedbird Concorde 613, request push and start.
Speedbird 613, push and start approved. Runway 09 is in use. ATC clearance will be given on taxi.
Push and start approved. Runway 09, clearance on taxi, Speedbird Concorde 613. So, let's get the airplane pushing back.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
Go, we're going to move, so I think go something like that.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback.
So it is now 1732 Zulu. Start the others in a moment. I think it's going to take a little bit of time to get there. It's a bit overdone. I'm not really hearing the noise. Sounds are a bit all over the place today. Just a bit quiet. Anyway, let's get these engines started. So, again, we need the bleed air. Let's go 4 for first. Start valve, engine number 4. Light on. 12%. Fuel on. So there's 67%. So the condition valve can come on. The hydraulic pump can come on for number 4, as can the generator. Engine bleed valve. Oh, didn't do that. Bleed valve off, cross bleed shut. And we can go back to start valve. Bleed air valve. Start valve down here. Watch for the light. Watch for 12%. Fuel on. Uh-oh. But a pushback's doing its weird thing again.
Separation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
So just watching the 67N2. There we go, 67. Bingo. So, condition valve, engine 1 comes on, as do the pumps, as does the gen. Comes the bleeder valve. Off goes the cross bleed valve.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
So, emergency hydraulic generator somewhere. To miss. That's weird, isn't it? Like 4, managed to miss that one. So, emergency hydraulic. X. The temp controls sorted. Let's find that ground bypass. Where is that? It's not over there. There it is, ground bypass, because it's over here. Hydraulic generator, so. Does it go like that? Yes, it does. Ground bypass. Electrical SSB closed. Shed galleys are down here. So heater can come on. Taxi lights, ground, flight controls. Seems a bit sluggish still. Fine, flight controls checked. Nose. Come down to 5, be released. Before taxi, engines running, nose wheel checked, flight controls checked. Also warning panel clear, engine anti-ice not required, engine control schedule set to fly over, that's over here somewhere. So I guess that must go to mid at some point. Okay. Brake fans on, they should come off at some point. Engine idle switch to low. Stall warnings tested off. Speed pumps all on. Hydraulics checked. Electrics checked, and the ground bypass. Ground equipment clear, nose 5 degree. Brakes checked, flight instruments, no flags, flight controls, they're all on blue. Checked, set for takeoff. Excellent. South Speedbird Concorde 613, request taxi.
Speedbird 613, taxi via Alpha Charlie, hold at holding point Charlie.
Taxi Alpha Charlie, holding point Charlie, runway 09, Speedbird 613.
Speedbird 613, I have your clearance when you're ready.
Ready to copy, Speedbird Concorde 613.
Speedbird 613, you are cleared to Miami via the BGI-A632 VOR. Altitude 54,000 feet. Runway 09, left turn on departure, squawk 2761.
cleared to Miami via the BGI VOR. Altitude 5, flight level 540. Runway 09, a left turn after departure, squawk 2761, Speedbird Concorde 613.
Speedbird Concorde 613, read back correct. Call when approaching holding point Charlie.
Wilco, Speedbird Concorde 613, thank you. So 2761. Guess I should have called up for clearance. Recycled that. And we are now therefore, let's get going, get down there. Alpha, oh, he wants us to go from Charlie. Can we make Charlie? I have to check the distances because I thought we were getting the full length. Do we need the full backtrack? So I'm just going to have to panic and see if I can find this on the sheet. Distance, headwind. Where is the takeoff distance? Got the landing and everything. I think we need 5, 6. Okay, we should have more than enough from there. So let's go down. Brakes off. And we've got all these checks to do. So it is a left turn after departure. We were given 54. So let's get
fuel trim to takeoff.
Trim to takeoff. Engine rating should be set to takeoff. It is. Auto ignition, auto throttle. All on. Flight rating, climb. Drain mast heaters are all on. Static heaters on. Repeaters all on. 88% on the takeoff limiter, which is there and set. Air conditioning panel, well, fuel panel, fine. Anti-skid, no warnings. That's a shut-off checked. Checked, seats checked. Tank D-air, that's over here. D-air, D-air. All I can find. DG checked, and then the main transfer pumps 5 and 7. 5 here. Good. And 7. Now I think this might be Charlie down here. Take off, I think we're good. We'll wait for the lights. Transponder is on. Go on auto. Any takeoff monitor will do. Reheats are on because there's no yellow light here. Pitch index is set. Need our takeoff clearance. So Charlie should be here. I'm getting better, I think. Feel free to tell me I'm not. So let's get the airplane slowed down a bit. So I think there is work here in reality. Not going to make that, are we? Parking brake set. BRRGO Concorde 613, holding short, holding port Charlie runway 09 and ready for departure.
Bird, Concorde 613, surface wind 340, 12 knots, runway 09, clear for takeoff.
Takeoff runway 09, speedbird Concorde 613. Hope we actually show up as a Concorde to him. So we have been cleared. Guess the best way to do it in this is to work from here. Set the takeoff monitor in a moment with all the landing lights on. Nothing else to do on the top apart from cabin, anti-collision, brakes off, flight directors can come on. No, you can't arm the auto throttle ground. Pitch hold. Yes, that's good. Yes, we can arm track heading. See how these lineups are working. Terrible. Oh, maybe not so bad. It's a long old runway, this, isn't it? There we go, 091, outlined up with the heading there. Brakes on. Takeoff monitor. Let's double check those. Autopilot flight control set, pitch index is done. Brakes off.
3, 2, 1, now.
Off we go.
Airspeed building. 100 knots.
Power set.
V1. Rotate. V2.
Oh, we are not rotating.
Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear coming up. 250 knots.
Wow, 250 already, so let's get the nose up.
Gear up. Doors locked.
Get. Wow, twitchy, twitchy, twitchy.
Mach overspeed. Overspeed warning.
Speedbird
Throttle
Concorde
back
613,
Mach overspeed.
122.8, deliver nice flight.
350 knots. Mach overspeed.
Yukon 122.8, thanks very much for the service. Bye bye, speedbird 613. Oh, what a mess.
3, 2, 1, noise. 3,000 feet.
All stations, all stations, Adam Tower now closing.
I have no idea why it was so switchy on the pitch. What is going on there? Look. Get the nose up. Should have done that earlier, but
Wrong fuel trim. Should I change it?
oh, there we go. That one. No, that shouldn't do it.
Fuel trim to flight.
Maybe it did. So
10,000 feet.
that's 10,000 feet already. Let's just get the airplane climbing 350 nice and steadily. That was a bit of a mess. Anyway, we've got full power, reheats are off. Should have come off earlier, but the aeroplane was all over the place.
Overspeed warning. Throttle back or climb.
Well,
Mach overspeed warning.
we should be pitching for
Throttle
that.
back or climb.
So why is the aeroplane not pitching? Got the flight directors on, got the Ortho on. So that's interesting, isn't it? That IS is a climb mode. Time to see what we get. go 380. What a disaster of a departure that was. Something is up the flight dynamics. That wasn't me, that was the aeroplane rolling all over the place. Anyway, let's get as close
20,000
to the
feet.
barber pole as we can. Dry power. And a minute of reheat there, which was probably a bit too much. Maybe the engines are still relatively overpowered. Let someone pitch now. And I actually think to slow that rate at around 280. So let's do that. Go 1,000 feet vertical speed. I just want to level off, get the airplane set up, get tracking to where we need to go before we then accelerate. There we go, that's a bit of a better profile, isn't it? Back. So, those can go to flight, rest can be left in climb. 5 minutes to 28,000 feet. Can we see Barbados out to the left? We should be able to. Yeah, there it is. Pretty small island. So, go to INS. Let's go INS direct. Heading a bit wrong there. So 0 to 1, 0 being where you currently are. Go to about 5 to start with. Let's see what max climb does. Managed to get that spectacularly wrong last time. So we were cleared 5-4. Clear ourselves to 6-0. I probably would have been alright if I'd stayed just heading. Anyway, we're back on track to, I think that's our waypoint up there. I don't know, maybe it's that one. Too far from land.
Auto throttle off.
So, max climb. Go. Should be taking care of that. Full power. Bin limits. Let's get those reheats on.
Mach 1 passed. 30,000 feet.
Mach
Mach
overspeed.
warning.
Come on,
Throttle
aeroplane.
back or climb.
Pitch up. If you wouldn't mind, so I don't have to go to pitch hold. That seems to be the transitional point at which it's a bit twitchy, and the pitch was ever so slightly wrong. It's slow to get the aeroplane on that. Yeah, there we go, look, and it's a bit laggy as well, so Water 5 seems okay for the transonic section. really wanted to be following that the way. Not sure who that is, I can't read Arabic, but thank you. Have a look at Concorde from the outside, shall we? There's the island under the clouds. Off she goes. Should have done the rest of the checks. Oh, QNH 2992, thankfully we were on there anyway. Should have realised we climbed clear to a flight level. All the lights are off and retracted. Take off, filter is off. Trip to flight. Be nice if it sort of did that all for you, just like the engineer would.
Mach 1.3. Ramps moving confirmed.
Look at those ramps. There you go, you can start seeing them moving. Now, I've heard various things about having one or other on. Some things I've read have said you have both on, some only one. Not sure that it matters in this. Tell you what, we are heading there. That's where we're off to. I think.
40,000 feet.
40,000 feet. There we go. That. Look at that. That's caught up quite nicely, despite our little overspeed at the beginning. Better than yesterday. Got one more minute of reheat. I don't think we'll need all of that. There we go, that's catching it up. Does seem a little bit slow in pitch. Setting about 4 to 5 seems okay actually. So you can do it manually. Told max climb in the airplane would do it spot on. Follow either one of those. Heats off. 1 minute 26 on the reheats. There we go. Oh look, that was actually pretty good. Didn't need to do that turn. Never mind. Little bit of a king. Did alright. Anyway, off we go. Should not take too long to get there. Still going to waypoint 1, 4 minutes, 71 miles. This climb is engaged. I'm going to set that to 60. Not acquire.
Feet.
A little bit slow on the profile. Back 2 by now, but whatever. Wow, the pitch just placed then.
Passing Mach 2.
Okay, transitioning to Mach climb, Mach hold. And there we have it. So we should be in max cruise now. climbing at a bit of a rate, but I suppose we are quite light. 36 miles to go. I didn't have an ETA for this. Still climbing. And let's have a look. Really? 1 minute away? Okay. Yeah, I can believe it. We are doing some rate of knots, 1155. Bit of a right and a left. It's a left turn. 135 miles, 7 minutes. It is 2. So was that 7 minutes? Interesting, a bit of a turn there. What's that about? Oh, okay, just sort of intercepting again. J&B, you missed most of the chaos, but welcome. Yeah, the takeoff was pretty sketchy. The airplane was rolling all over the place. Now, I've recalibrated, I've checked stability settings, and I can't find anything wrong, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. But the airplane seems to want to wallow a lot. I don't think it's anything I'm doing, but I'm going to see if I can have a look at some videos over the weekend. I'll file a bug report if I need to. Anyway, you can see the route that I've picked is taking us away from the coast, so we need to be about half a degree away to keep us clear, so that's what I'm sort of aiming for here. Anyway, we look like we're coming over our next point, which does sort of make sense. This is the FIR boundary as we go over this waypoint up here, which is AMTTO, which is the Picaro FIR, then New York Oceanic. Will be a New York Oceanic for, I think, 4.7 minutes before hanging a left and entering the... Oh, thanks, great charts. Rough. There's no label on the border, there we go, the San Juan Oceanic. So, OBIKE and then in. I hope I'm not going to be too maxed out. Got a minute to go, look how quick we're going. And I'm just bringing it up so I can see overhead, because obviously this ticks over relatively quickly. I want to know when we're overhead that point. But 1809 looks pretty promising, which is what I forecast. Just doing the distance times for all the other waypoints. We're going to decel about 80 miles before next waypoint 1, so got a few more of these to start putting in. Thankfully I've got them on paper, otherwise it was going to be a bit of a disaster. And as you can see, we are relatively light, so we've gone straight up to 57 and a bit before we've leveled off. Max climb, max cruise. That should twitch over in a moment. And I think we're overhead 1809, that's good enough for government. So 4.7, I'm going to call that 1.4. Got 17.4. Gives us 32. 40, got 187. Gives us another 9.7 en route. .6, I've got 62 miles, so these are relatively short legs. .67. And of course SimBrief does all this for you, but it doesn't do it for Concorde. And sadly, Concorde Performance System doesn't do it for me either. It just gives you the distances, it doesn't give you the ETAs or anything based on a departure time. I'm not sure how you put the departure time in. Maybe it's to do with a flight plan, I'm not sure. Anyway, that takes us up to there, and then we are going to decel. I think we want to be 80 miles from Burrell, and then at Burrell we want to be subsonic, and then we've got 181 miles to run because we're starting to go over land there, so that's what I've planned. Going 2 to 3 to start updating these positions in a minute. I hope you guys don't mind having the INS on the screen there. I suppose I could put it the other side. Is it less intrusive over there? Or does that spoil the cockpit? What do you think? Better over here, not being able to see the scenery, which is mostly ocean in Concorde, or better over here? Answers on a postcard. I can pop it out somehow. I have done that before and I can pop it on another one. So the alert, why does the alert come on? Because of that. Now, is that accurately modelled or is it because I haven't done these? No, see, I think it does interface. It gets the waypoints wrong. Probably could do a DME update. I dare not though. I really dare not. Anyway, we're going to waypoint 3, which is OBIKE. So, St. Martin is 113.0. There it is, 105. And we can't get a radial because we're on INS. But we can have a look. You can't hide the yoke. You can determine the radial from the tail here, so 071-ish. Of course that's going to move pretty quick, you can see it actually moving. That only ever happens in a Warrior or a 152 if you're quite close to it, rather than 106 miles away. That would take forever to move. One of those aeroplanes. There we go, so overhead, look at the angle of bank there, let's get some turn. The thing can turn at Mach 2 as well. So 13, so about 1 minute early. My predictions are only rough. Going on here. No bike, yeah, looks about right. Yeah, all over the place, so it seemed to have been a bit keen. Like I say, it's a good bit of kit, but it does need a bit of work. A little bit of polish is what I would call that. OBIKE to KINCH. It says 295, which, yeah, not too far off. Track, yeah. Have a look at the radar, what we got online. Not a lot, thankfully. So far we're about a third of the way there. It's really not going to take us long. Do we think we are? 40, well, all that 50, that 55, 8. And then, what are we looking at? 18, 14, isn't it? So that's going to be 18. 1901 Zulu. And so in 45 minutes we should be... Wow, what's going on here with the INS? Hello. Bit of overcorrection, so the point should have been here somewhere. Yeah, just struggling to intercept it. Okay, look, the autopilot is there. Maybe it's a bad install on my part. Okay, it was a left turn. Yeah, that's going. It's going to shoot through and then. Does heading work in INS? Let's try that. Let's go track heading. See if that gets us back on, or see if I've screwed up. Trying to do my bit to get it back on board. This is so amateurish. I appreciate you need a large angle of bank at these speeds, even for a relatively small amount of angular change. But we've done a third of our leg and we're still mucking about with it. Okay, maybe I helped. Maybe I didn't. Whatever. So, most importantly, we are on our way to waypoint 4, which is KINCH. You guys can look these up, or you can, you know, like plumb them into whatever programs you are using. We are well clear of land, and that is taking us completely across the San Juan Oceanic, and be in New York Oceanic for a little bit again, and then into Miami. So what I probably should have done was at WARTHOG, put a point in there, because that's on the boundary as well, but I didn't, so terrible me. And like I say, I will do that just to help out the controllers. I have a feeling we need to do a DMA update, but so far we've been okay. We've managed to get where we're going. It just seems interesting that it drifts off so far, so fast. Could still probably do it off of that VOR for a while. Are there any closer? Can I get any data from it? I don't want to mess it up, to be honest. St. Martin VOR. Princess Juliana. Of course we'd need the altitude. I think it's pretty much close to sea level. Yes. So we could do a DME update off that. Like I say, I'm not overly confident. Seems strange though that we've got that. Maybe I need to do the DME as we depart. I think it's just a cross check. Anyway, 200 miles, 11 minutes. Phenomenal.
Fuel status, 40 tons.
Good. So 10 minutes, 200 miles in 10 minutes. Just incredible. Can't see much. I don't think there's many people out this way. There's a few. They all seem to be going past and going to, I don't know, 80. Minutes to skirt past the northeastern edge of the Caribbean. Oh wow, Mexico's online. Maybe we need to go to Mexico City from Miami. That would be fun because we've got a bit of ocean. We could over the Gulf. We could do some some boomage. And then Mexico City would get us, actually, we could get up to Los Angeles or San Francisco along the coast. Yeah, visit up to Canada. There's so much potential with this because the relatively short flights, we spend more time on the ground faffing about, well I certainly do, than flying, to be honest. Quite like these nice short legs. Anyway, like Jacksonville, Miami, they're all offline. Nothing in Cuba. Anyway, what I can do is at least get some of these waypoints put back in. Oh, we've got a few minutes. So north 24594. 7760. Definitely get 2 in. 2 is the next most important one. Because that is our subsonic point. West 77268. There we go, we can't change anything else, I don't think. There we go, that little K for keyboard entry. Just makes it a little bit easier to enter it. I thought there was a shortcut, but wrong. So 3 is the next one we're going to pop in. Try and stay as ahead of the aeroplane as we can. I have a feeling that should have transitioned to max cruise. So maybe a bit of balkage in the logic there. Anyway, we're still doing Mach 2. So we're off to waypoint 4, KINCH. 7 minutes, oh 6 minutes, so my ETAs are already out. Be nice to have a schedule, but never mind. Cruise in, climb in very gradually, which is good. 16.3 miles every 6 minutes. 100 miles in 5.2. So, what's going on in Miami? Let's get the weather. We got 1753 Zulu, ages old. 100 at 15, 10 miles light rain. Scattered 2,600, broken 4,000, broken 2.5, so ceilings at 4,000. Temperature 30 degrees, dew point 25, so a bit muggy. Altimeter 29901. And then a load of other American junk in the ATIS. What is a RAB? I don't know. I'd have to look all that up with my trusty flight information handbook. I'm not going to bother though. That is not too far off. Into 10 at 15. Yeah. 31, a little bit cooler. Pressure's dropped. Oh, cool. I can live with that. We've got a landing distance available on 08 right of 3202 and a distance of 2324 in meters. So not a lot to say, guys. Like I said, I think we're going to use our 18 miles for our decel point. Let's try and get subsonic at Burrell. Have a look on the chart. So Burrell. BRRGO. Oh, actually, hang on a minute. I might have got that wrong. Oh, we might need to be decelerating at UVOD because we're going over land. I have got that wrong from the old whoops. That's so wrong. Oh yeah, Burrell is really wrong. Oops. Okay, that might explain why everything's a bit off. So actually, UVOD is, I think, where we need to be subsonic by. Actually, waypoint 7. Oops. So, oh, it was BRRGO. That's our decel. BRRGO versus Burrell. Whoops. Alright, might be a bit sketchy on the fuel. Ah, they're only little islands. They'll love it. Let's just crack on with Burrell. Actually, UVOD. Maybe we need to slow down at UVOD because UVOD to Sean 67. Sean to Burrell is 22, and that gives us our 80. So why don't we do it a little bit legally and slow down at waypoint 8. What a headache. God, you've got to really plan all through all this. So what are we overhead now? We are coming up to waypoint 4, which is KINCH. There is KINCH. Oh, wrong window. Let's get back on the screen over here. So KINCH is here, and it is this intersection with this airway here. There is an FIR boundary. WARTHOG is over here somewhere. There it is. We're going to fly pretty much straight over that, and I should have put it as in as a waypoint. We just spanked right over that waypoint. Yes, we have. It's 18:30, 2 minutes early. Versus my calculations. A beep. Hearing things. Anyway, 155 miles, which will get us to CERDA, which is a big old intersection over here somewhere. tell you what, we should have had the seatbelts off, shouldn't we? I was going to need the toilet, and we should have had that in cruise. Not sure if it's even modelled, to be honest. Waypoint 3 we can update. Tinky. So Tinky is 2, 4, 5, 8, 8. 7, 8, 2, 3, 6. So that's pretty easy as long as you go in that method. I think you won't update anything. So you can do 4 only when they don't match. It's a pretty easy rule to get your head into. Do them as you go along. Because of course we are going to get to the point where we need to get to. Miami is the second number 9. And if we get any direct 2s, having them all from the SID and everything, so that we can just go waypoint 0 to whatever, and then boom, straight direct to it. Even though I'm not expecting that, we're going to follow the SID. But you could, I imagine, go to Juneau from the Nassau VOR 127. See when we start picking up that. So I guess I just got the, I just got the waypoints wrong. Terrible flight planning, so don't use this as a tutorial, guys. Actually, don't use anything I do as a tutorial. It's just me hoofing about. If it works, try it. If you find a better way of doing it, let me know. So 5 minutes. Got it's not that long a leg after that. Probably gonna have to have a quick toilet break at some point. So, the arrival, the Dolphin VOR, Virginia Key, expecting vectors, which is not great. Our descent profile is difficult to figure out as well. Going to require some mental agility. I think we've planned for 08, right? Let's have a look at the airport. 8, right. Actually, 9er would be better with the wind 100. So we're going to be doing a long base leg. Oh, this could be a right disaster. So why don't we take runway 9er, seeing as it's the longer of the bunch. Find somewhere to park. RS 9er. I'd rather have the 13,000 feet than the 10. Minutes to do 40 miles. Just wow. A mile in 20 minutes. What? No. 20 miles in 1 minute. Feel free to ask anything you want, guys. I know there's a few of you watching. I don't feel I can add much to this aeroplane, seeing as I'm still trying to get my head around it. 30 tons of fuel. Gonna decelerate a little bit earlier, but not long. And we are going to start hoovering up. Hopefully we don't run short. If we needed to divert, where could we go? We could go to the Bahamas, the end of the world. But all those runways a bit short. What's the runway like in Nassau? There you go. There is our waypoint. CERDA. Straight over the top. Twice as high as anything else. So, should be a straight line. 294. It is 1838. Again, slightly earlier than my prediction. 9.7, I got that right. So we can update waypoint 4. 4 is Lux, which is north 24581. West 78364. Enter. That does make things a bit easier. Right, so can I think it's got a pretty big runway. Airport, Nassau, Bahamas. Longest runway, 10,900 feet, good, so we can divert there if we need to, if we think we're going to run low on fuel. That is a bit of a long way from Florida though. Right, I'm going to make a quick pit stop, maybe get some snacks. See you guys in a minute. Enjoy the view.
60,000 feet. Maximum flight level.
Oh dear, I come back and I've got lights flashing. What is going on there? We are not overspeeding. Okay, yes we are. Shut up. Because the aeroplane didn't go to Mach cold, so all of
Throttle off.
bring the power back. Because we out-acquired. Any length of time. Pretty sure it shouldn't do that in reality. Let's go 2.02. Well, at least we didn't fall out of the sky, which is grand. So we are off to waypoint 6, which is 2473 north. Done CERDA. Panic over, please. So we are off to BRRGO, and that should really probably be our decel point. Whatever. It's going to mash over the top. So, where are we going to slow? Move on to Sean. Let's think about that. Move on to B. 0.8. So, here we are, overhead BRRGO. 5-2, 3 minutes early. Predictions are well off. Pass your PPL with that. Or is it 5-3? No, it's 5-2. You can see just a little notch there. $60 miles in 3 minutes. So that will take us to God. And we're actually along the Bravo Romeo 55 Victor Airway now. Although, oh no, maximum altitude 600, so we are actually in it. I thought it might not continue up this high, you know, stop 45, 50. So 34 miles, move odd. Do waypoints 5 and 6. So next waypoint 5, 2456. So it's definitely not that. 2, 4, 5, 6, 2. So 9115. I'm ticking these off as I go. Juno, which is 4th, 6, 2, 5, 2, 3, 3. West, 7, 9, 3, 3. Cool, we can stop there. Just need to do lovely and then the VOR in Miami. 8 tons of fuel. Ooh. Which is what, half? So half. Let's get rid of that. Put there just in case. There we go. Overhead move odd. Go at 5.5. So there is land beneath us. Whoops. They're going to be getting a boom. Oh well. It's waypoint 7. Two, 5, 3, 9, 7. Zero, 8, 3. And 0.8 is the VOR. So we should be inbound to 0.9 Sean. A bit of land coming up, I think that's the Bahamas. So I think it's time to slow down.
Auto throttle off.
Get the auto throttle off. Maintain height without hold. Very gently back to 94. Start to see a slope. Still high to 0. To 83, yes, we are exactly heading that way. ahead, Sean. At 5.9, 2 minutes early. I haven't got any more as we should be decelerating, so I'm not quite sure on the timings. And we're going to go IS hold for 390. I think I've seen varying between like 350, 380, 390. I think Air France did it pretty darn quick. And I think go 300 out of choir. So still supersonic. Oh, now. Oh, we were well overhead barrel at 0, I guess. Now ahead. Oh, again. Call that 0-1. Planes all over the place. 10 miles, which is pretty much us bang overhead. So, waypoint 8.
Coming in at 1-4. 1-10 correction, on final now. Copy last? Yeah, I got it. Ready for 140. Roger.
And I don't think we need KIMIA, so I'm going to leave that as is. Okay, so the best tracking. Next waypoint. Are we going to Nico?
It shouldn't have come 1-10, but I got a crossfit over this.
ZQA. To Tinky. There's Tinky. Spanking over the top. So anyway, I've boomed everyone. Fowie is the start of the arrival. Two 7-3, 1127. Thus outbound. And it's actually 1171. Still supersonic, don't forget, guys. Not as stonkingly fast as we were, but still supersonic nevertheless. To waypoint 3, which is Tinky. 129 miles to go. Just chewing up the distance. To 66 to Lucas. descending from the edge of space. 5 miles to go until waypoint 4, which is Lux. So we're actually on the arrival with the transition. A Nassau transition, Fairway 9, Nassau transition. Pretty quiet. Who's inbound to MIA? We're the only ones close enough, really. Waypoint 5, Fairway, which is the start of the arrival proper. I think we are going to be a little bit high, so let's start bringing these back. I think 87. N2. There we go, there's nose dropping a bit. She can go to idle, but for some reason don't think that's the most efficient profile. So 4 to 5, this really is getting me looking at the flight log. Fairway, looking at the chart. And we're going to be inbound to the Keys. 3-9. We are really not that far away. Still doing back 1.27. Yeah. So east 12,000. Yeah, we probably need to be a bit higher than that for vectors. Just gonna have to figure out keeping ourselves within about 15-20 miles. So that's overhead at 06. We've got 25 tons of fuel, which is glorious. Engage that, or will it sort itself out? Yeah, that's why the profile is 350. Okay, that's coming back quite nice. I thought I might have to intervene. We're going from 5 to 6, which is Fairway to Juneau. Oh dear, 3 minutes to Juneau, we're pretty much already over Miami. Stonkingly fast. To bring the throttles back now. Speeding.
Mach over speed warning. Throttle back or climb.
Go back. Decimal 95. Come down a little bit more.
Auto throttle off.
.350, and then it's hold. After 6, Juneau. Now Juneau is only got 30 odd miles away, so we're only 50 miles away from the airfield. We'll be alright. Let's get the weather. Oh, 2990. too far off. Set that.
Auto throttle off.
So, lovely. DHP we're not going to go to. I think we're going to get to lovely. Lovely is waypoint 7. And then we are going to fly a base leg from there. Sorry, downwind. So we'll go to lovely. 092, so 272. Just about there or thereabouts. Go 270. That's the sort of heading we'd be given. And ladies and gents, we are on our way to Miami. We should have 30 miles to run to Lovely once we get over Juneau. There's us over Juneau. Time 11. It's 20,000. We're passing through the transition in a moment. Most importantly. So we've got 3 minutes to run. Currently just good for landing. Luck than judgment. So 6 to 7 we're going to skip the DHP. 7-1 is set for the mist. Two 092 is the runway. 09. And switch off INS in a moment. So heading cold. Over to the RADs. Go and that waypoint. There's Lovely. 2 minutes away. Miami traffic speedboat Concorde 613 overhead Lovely for a downwind runway. ILS runway 9. So it's pulled out. Make sure that is done. Got some rain. Miles to Lovely. think once we get to 1 we will start our turn. Overhead 1-4, and nothing for the rest. Well, that's a bit of a turn. So Lovely's about 14 miles, but we are, of course, only 5 miles south of the Virginia Keys VOR, which is probably about a mile south. Again, so 6 miles spacing. It's not bad. Don't know what sort of vectors we'd get, but don't forget we are pretty quick. There's out hold, so safe outs. Go down to 3, I think. Yes, we can. So, AMTTO is on. No, he didn't say anything there, that's a bit weird. So we're still a bit high, but not to worry because we can always do a bit of a long turn round into the cloud. We should have those on because those are the only landing lights we can get on at this speed. 250 coming up. Whoa. What just happened? Did we ice up? Go reheat, because I'm quite sure what's going on.
Consider noise abatement procedure.
Oh dear.
Throttle off.
Let's hope we don't spear the jet into the ground. That would be disaster. Is that icing? Maybe it is. Ooh, could that be the end of Concorde? Yes, yes it is, even with the reheats.
Autopilot off.
Fuel trim to descent.
Jeez. That was a disaster. I have absolutely no idea what went wrong there. I can only assume it's icing. Sod the reheats, we'll use them if we need to. Let's get ourselves up to 3,000. It's off. It's more luck than judgment. Whoa, no. Ooh. Plane is not happy. Do we need to trim for descent?
Fuel trim to landing.
I have no idea. Airplane is definitely not happy. Oh, there we go, look. I can't take hands off anything to do the reheat, to sort the airplane out. Can you get out of this?
3, 2, 1, noise.
Keep that turn going on. What a disaster. So let's get speed to -0. Can we get flight director? Can we get pitch? Whoa, no, autopilot is not playing ball. So I don't. Oh, it wants track heading. Right, heading hold, autopilot on. Will it settle down? By the looks of things, yes. Let's get the vertical speed going up. Can we stop at 2? I know it's not MSA. Those are all on. Are those the anti-ice switches? Let's hope that helps. Had a feeling. Oh, plus 26. I thought for the descent it wouldn't be that much of an issue. So where have we ended up? Ooh, all over the place. So let's... Yeah, that was interesting to watch. Hey, nobody died. What a disaster. Definitely not professional. Let's get the airplane heading back to the north. And see if we can set up for an approach. No, where are we going? Oh, okay, it's going around that way. Oh, hello. Aeroplane is not happy. Now, I don't think I oversped anything or damaged anything. Maybe I did. Heading hold, let's get the speed up. Let's go out hold. Aircraft do... we're in the CG. Status, there's nothing here that tells me about any failures, so why are we having such dramas on the flight controls? Trim set, roll trim's fine. Let's get the airplane going. Back down. Stabilize at 3. I didn't think I was doing too bad up until that point. Ah, stress. Well, I don't fly this for real, I guess. Got anti-ice on, heaters on, drain mask on, anti-ice is on. I don't know what you do about those. Do we have an issue? Hydraulics. I don't even know how I'd check. I'll tell you what I can do. Instructor operating station on. Uh-oh. On heading hold now. Is this turbulence? Oh, this could be explained turbulence, couldn't it? Maybe that's what it was. That wasn't cool. Guys, come on. That really wasn't cool. That was stressful. My life flashed before my eyes. I think it might be turbulence, to be honest. You know, it is bumpy around Florida way. Like 60 degree, 90 degree bank. Something's going squiffy. Or is it the autopilot? No, because I was having manual control issues, so. Let's get the airplane down to 3,000. Start heading back to the airport. It's WA, you okay up there? Brilliant. I think I'd cope with it. Zebo. This could just be turbulence. Look at the aeroplane bouncing around. Ooh. I mean, we've ruled out icing. It's all over the show. Have I turned something off? Punters are going to get a pretty horrible ride. Have I turned anything off? Oh, I don't want to die. We're doing so well. Going on, look, it's... Maybe, look, you see the way the accelerometer's bouncing all over the place. I think this could just be the autopilot overreacting to turbulence.
Caution. Fuel status. 20
But
tons.
look, it's the aircraft overreacting as well. Look at the amount of... Yeah, that's full left. Okay, let's just get the autopilot back in. It seems to be doing a better job than I was, which is not saying much.
Miami traffic, Lincoln 365, establish on the look like the runway 08 right. Miami traffic.
So let's check the MSAs. 2.9, so we do need to be at 3. Horrific.
Loud and clear.
Don't think we're picking the localizer up. We're not necessarily in the wrong spot. Okay. So trim set. This is all over the place. I'm pretty sure a big heavy dart like this would not be all around the sky. Right, let's have a look. Right, I am connected. Good, I can pause it so that works. Raft, what is wrong with the aeroplane? I've just repaired all failures, so look, it definitely isn't a failure issue. This is just turbulence, I think. Something is going wrong. Yeah, turn it off and on again. Actually, I mean, it's a pretty old analog computer, so that should probably help. Now, I'm happy on visual, so let's drop down and see if we can get a bit smoother. Oh, I thought I was doing pretty well. I thought that was alright. We were a bit quick, a bit high, bit of grief, but I thought I was doing okay. And everyone is chucking up their champagne in the back. Look at it. It's all over the place. Hey, what? You guys can blame this on ability. This could entirely be me, but the fact that it's doing this all over the place, the autopilot can't respond. Awful. Ugh. Look at it. What is it doing? That is like a 60-degree turn. Boy. I am. Hey, I'm just here, like you guys, for the ride. I suppose there's one way to test to see if it is. Right, track heading. Modes are all good. But look, you can see the accelerometer, you see how it's bouncing all over the place? That is what's making me think it is turbulence. Let's go down to 2000. Don't care if we upset anyone. Could just be X-Plane and Active Sky overdoing it a bit. Hey, this looks like Gator country. Oh look, all of a sudden, hey, I don't want to speak too soon, but it seems to be alright now. Jeez. Right, I'm not going to cheat and use the map. 31 miles off-piste of the VOR. Okay. Oh, miles away, mate. Miles away. Vectors, please. That get us there? No, probably not. Degrees off, yeah. Let's just go 130 and see how we get on. Don't forget we're very low. Good thing we had all that extra fuel. Wow. But yeah, I did think that was icing, because why wouldn't you? I'm happy to leave that all on. Us are all on. Inhibited. I think everyone's going to get a refund. What do you guys think? Oh, Miami Tower are now online. That I don't need. Oh, 1183. Get them tuned up ready. Yeah, I'm sure that would be appreciated by all involved. Let's bring it back to 250, see how we get on. There we go. The localizers arrive. We're 20 miles out. Trim for landing we are. 2,000 feet just to keep the aeroplane in one piece. Guys, at least we didn't die. I'm sure all of you thought you were going to. Champagne was spilled. Medals were earned. Set that for the go around just in case. Let's see, the old pitch index. So let's get the nose and visor down. Oh wait, no, on is up. Duh, other way. Right, we'll take the taxis off, pop those on for landing. 50 hours. No idea what that's over there. Wait for the localizer to come alive. We go 120 now. 22.
Mic check. 505.
Miami, good evening. Speedboat Concorde 613, altitude 2,000 feet, altimeter 29990, positioning for an ILS 09er.
Speedbird 613, Miami Tower. Good afternoon. Winds 100 at 16, runway 9er, clear to land.
Clear land, runway 9er, Speedboat Concorde 613. On, there we go. So let's bring her back to 220. Although we are quite low. Get the nose down. Bug set. That runway in sight. Is that the glide slope moving? Quite sure. So the mist is straight ahead to 3. Eight miles. Go gear down.
Gear coming down.
Okay, that's why the picture didn't look quite right. Of course, we're quite nose high, maintaining level flight.
Gear down. 4 greens.
Bring the speed back. I'm sure the aeroplane's going to be all over the place when I take control again, but hey, save the day. The minimums on this approach, 207 set, so no, that's go out. Required, and we'll leave the auto throttle in like they did in the real thing.
Feet.
Autopilot off.
400 feet.
Still pretty wallowy, to be honest.
300 feet.
Continue. Yeah, they're all over the place.
200.
Auto throttle off.
So I'll just bring the nose up just a touch. Throttle's too idle.
40. 20. Contact. Reverser deployed.
It's a bit better. Gotta get that nose down. There we go. No auto brake. Got anti-skid ABS, but no auto brake.
Reverser retracted.
There you go, I think we'll make that exit. Don't think that was too bad a landing. Really wallowy though.
Speedbird 613 Heavy, welcome to Miami, safe parking.
Anyway, you want to put us, Speedbird Concorde 613.
Speedbird 613, taxi parking via uniform, cross runway 12 at uniform.
Taxi uniform, cross runway 12 at uniform, Speedbird Concorde 613. So let's get the landings off. We can get 215 off, get the outporting off. Uniform, we have been cleared to cross. Oh, look at that, been alright. So, let's just get the airport chart up. That was pretty stressful. Uniform straight across. Be given some parking somewhere where the cabin will have to be deep cleaned. Full of excrement, no doubt. Handled like a pro. Just luck. Get all the anti-ice off. So we have been cleared. Cross. go, intact aeroplane. Great. Super Concorde 613, runway 12 vacated.
Roger.
And I guess we'll just go over here somewhere. So I think any one of these stands over here will do us. That one looks good. Oh, managed to get that wrong. It's so difficult to taxi, so difficult to fly, so difficult everything. You're dropping out of the sky. Don't forget, look at where that nose sits. I think you're about 90 feet ahead of it or something ridiculous. Something like that's going to have to do us. Brakes on. Well, ladies and gents, welcome to Miami. We almost didn't make it, so count your lucky stars. You're very welcome. Anti-collision can go off. So can transponder. Checklist wise. Oh, everything else went out the window. So ground power unit is what we need. Aircraft, GPU, get the stairs brought up. And pole brakes set, throttles idle, hydraulic pumps, engine side. Hydraulics are at the top. Hydraulic pumps are all off. Gens are... Hang on, it's test, wasn't it? Off. Gin, bleed air. Pretty sure they are shut. Unless I'm missing any. Sounds not terrible. There we go, we can get at least the nose up. Let's get the door open. And, I'm sure people are running off the jet. There we are. Doors open. Everyone lived. Welcome to Miami. Right. I think I touched some trees. Yeah, you know what? Let's look at that pull up and see how close we got to the ground, because we got rather close. Could have been a bit of I mean, we clearly didn't touch, otherwise it would have been game over, wouldn't it? Miami Speedboat Concorde 613, thank you very much for the warm welcome, and we'll be shutting down. Have a great day.
Have a good day.
SWA 2454. Smack on the ground and broken bodies, but hey ho. He's from Birmingham anyway. So, yeah, trees don't have collision. I mean, it'd be great if they modelled it correctly, so you get a bit of tree ingestage. Right, so I don't know what one has to do for the replay for this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the doors and everything. Just get rid of that. And we'll toggle replay mode to scary bit. Hey, that looks pretty scary, doesn't it? But there we are, all happy, all fine. Going twice as fast as 4 times as fast. There I was there, planning a lovely ride into Miami. You happy with that view? No, I think we probably want sideways, don't we? Well, you can't see the ground coming. Oh, yep, there we go. Definitely turbulence because it was as we entered the cloud layer, wasn't it? There's the airplane rolling. Did we go inverted? No. We just went down, down, down. Oh dear. Look at that. Spearing it. I think there would have to be some checks done. How are we doing? The reheat was on at that point. Oh, well, we took out a power line. Oh, look how close that was. I think the nav light got a bit of grass. Whoops. If that isn't getting PDQ to the ground, I mean, in reality, we'd have taken out A, the power lines, and B, the house. Look at that. Oh, right, somebody's drive. I'm not going to say it's awesome. The disaster. Somebody's got some nav light. Look at that. I don't think you can't teach that. That's a recovery to the max. I think you might have that static at home. Oh, did it actually touch? Hey, what can I do it from here? So I think it's like, no, it's further over here. This one, right, and that'll stick in the jet. Alright, we'd have taken out a load of trees. Maybe a bit closer to here. Oh. And in slow-mo, gents. Just because you clearly enjoy it. You clearly enjoy what I consider a massive shame. Taking out some power lines. There's been a power cut in Miami thanks to our antics. Max chat, full reheat. Shame the reheats aren't on because they'd have been spewing out the back and burning somebody's grass. Yeah, the nav light scraped. There was definitely some nav light scrapage. Wow. Don't know what's going on with the sounds. Probably because we haven't got the engines on. Anyway, there's that dart climbing away. If only it had been over these fields and we hadn't hit anything, you could legitimately call that a pro recovery. Anyway, shall we have a look at the landing? Oh, there we go, dropping out the sky again. Whoops. Turbulencia. But there we go. Just extreme turbulence. Oh, now we get sounds. Okay, so the textures clearly haven't loaded up. Whatever the Ortho will do. Oh, I think I'm kind of getting the hang of this, allegedly. That looks alright. Probably the most productive flight so far. So let's have a look at that again. It's touchdown. Here, that's not bad. That's not bad for a touchdown position either. I think my first was as good as that. Maybe a little bit of a skip and a bounce. But hey, that wasn't bad. Those long dangly legs. Definitely a swan. Not the most gracious on land. Anyway guys, welcome to Miami. Having taken out a power line, a tree, probably somebody's garden. It's a nice little scrape on the ground from the nav light. Here we are. Hopefully that won't happen again. I'm going to have to do some digging online to see if turbulence is really that horrific. I can't imagine it would be. The airplane needs to be able to operate in turbulence. So, yeah, okay, I'll take that for the landing. Maybe not for the approach and the chaos, but we made it. We got here. A bit of cheating from the map. I could have, figured out what radial we were on and everything, but just keen to get us back on terra firma. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed what was a horrific disaster of an approach. Until the next time, guys, have a think as well. Feel free to leave a message. I think you can leave messages on the YouTube. Feel free to leave a message with any destination preferences. We could go straight up to like Washington or New York and then back to London. Or we could go across the Gulf to Mexico City, maybe up the East Coast to either LA or San Francisco, or LA then San Francisco. I can't promise I'll be able to do all those this week, because I don't know what my plans are, but definitely do something fun like that, since I'm kind of getting the hang of it. Maybe not the approach and deceleration, but certainly that was probably the first okay landing in a while. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Probably enjoyed it more than I did. Look after yourselves and hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.